Michelle and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Halloween story time of something that happened to me quite a few years ago back in my clubbing days. If you're new here, welcome. Like I just said, I'm Michelle, and for returning subscribers, thanks as always so much for joining my channel and supporting me. I appreciate it so much. So if you're interested in hearing what happened, please keep watching. Let me set the scene for you, okay? So on this particular Halloween, many years ago, back in my clubbing days, it was a Halloween costume party at the club. So my cousin and I, we were always hitting up the clubs every weekend. We were super excited to get all dressed up and sexy. Most girls were just wearing like cat ears or something like that, doing up their makeup a little extra and putting on a sexy little outfit, and that was us. Sexy little black dress, some gloves. I wish I had pictures from this night. So we're going to this club costume party. We're all dressed up in our costumes, or what you want to call a costume, sort of like the Mean Girls. Just an excuse to look sexy and pretend you're an animal. I'm a mouse, duh. We were gonna go with someone that my cousin was dating. Him and his friend were gonna drive us there. We were all gonna hang out and party together, and they were gonna drive us home, or at least that's what I thought. So they come and pick us up. Everything's cool. We're listening to music. We had been pre-drinking before we left the house, as per usual, because there was no way I felt comfortable going into a club without having quite the buzz on. I have a lot of anxiety. Now I wouldn't even be able to step foot in those places, but at that point in time, I would drink myself to the point of feeling comfortable enough to attend such an event. We're driving there, listening to music, thinking we're gonna have a great night. We're so excited. It's gonna be so much fun. We can't wait to see all the costumes and just get our drink on and dancing and have a good time. So we get there, everything's normal, or so I thought. Now it was very cold that night. Halloween in Canada can be quite cold. It was below zero, so I had to wear a big baby fat jacket. I don't know if you'll remember these jackets. Depending on your age, you might remember these jackets. It was a big fur baby fat jacket with the pom-poms hanging off of it and the fur around the hood. That was in back in the day, and that jacket cost me about $250. For me at that age, that was a lot of money. For a lot of people, that's a lot of money. I'm going on about this for a reason. You'll figure it out later. I was maybe 21 years old at this point. I had a young son, and I was a struggling single mom. So we get to the club, and I decide that I don't want to wear my coat in the club. I don't want to have to carry it around everywhere. So I asked the guy if I can leave it in his car while we go into the club. He says, sure, no problem. And we go into the club. We're in there not even a few minutes, and then the two guys said they're gonna go get us drinks, and they disappeared on us. It was a really big club. It was really busy, and they kind of just took off and didn't come back. So we're just like, well, whatever. We're just gonna dance, figure it out later. They'll come back eventually, and we were just trying to have a good time. So we were just dancing, having a great time, just trying to enjoy our night. And I will never forget this as long as I live. Some guy walks by me, sticks his hand right up my skirt and grabs my vagina. No joke, he grabbed my friggin' hoo-ha, okay? So just as a knee-jerk reaction, I was quite tipsy already at this point. Picture little me, 5'9" at the time, 100 pounds, in this short dress and high heels, kicking this man in the head. I just brought my leg up and whoop! Right at the side of the head. He was not impressed. He grabbed me, started yelling, cussing me all sorts of ways, and the bouncer had to come over, and surprisingly, he was removed from the club. I told them what had happened, and I was just protecting myself. I don't condone violence, but at the same time, you need to stand up for yourself and not let people think they can just do whatever they want to you and your body. Yeah, when I drink, I feel like I'm She-Ra, and I can just take on anybody. But a lot of people, even growing older, enjoy going to the club and dancing, and you should be able to do that without being grabbed and touched without your permission. So the bouncer removes the guy from the club, and everything was fine after that. We just continued dancing and enjoying our night. The end of the night comes. Now we have to try to find these guys, because not only are they our ride home, but they have my $250 coat. We end up finding them, and the guy that was sleeping with my cousin starts going on about, I saw you dancing with other men, and you didn't bother with us the whole night, and we're not driving you home. So I'm just like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? We did not have cab fare money. We were like an hour walk away from home, and now they're gonna leave us at this club. The guy's going on, calling my cousin a whore and saying we're nothing but trailer trash and just totally disrespecting us. And I'm there saying, like, you walked away from us. Like, how is this our fault? You promised to drive us home. I have to get home. My son is going to be dropped off by my mom in the morning. She used to take him for me one night here and there on the weekend so that I can go out and have a good time. And, like, I need to get home safely. It's late. We're young girls. And we're dressed really provocatively. Walking down the street at 2 o'clock in the morning is not the best decision. He didn't care. He did not care. He said, too bad. He's not driving us home. Fuck you. And I was like, well, fine. Can I at least have my fucking jacket? Like, you're not taking off without my jacket. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get this jacket. Like, this guy is already being super disrespectful. And I already just had a feeling in my heart that there was going to be a problem and I wasn't going to get this damn jacket back. As to be expected, he's all, fuck your jacket. He's all drunk and wobbling. And you can fuck off and you can find yourself another jacket. And he's just going on with nonsense. And I'm like, I'll be waiting at your car. I am getting my jacket back. We are not walking home in below 0 temperatures with no jacket. You are not going to steal my property. And we walked outside. So we stood in the car for a good 20 minutes, I'd say. And then this idiot comes out to the car. He starts ranting and raving, get the fuck away from my car. You dumb bitches, get away from my car. Blah, blah, blah. He comes over to the car, gets in the driver's side, and is ready to drive away. At this point, I kick the fucking car window in, reach in there, grab my coat, and say, yep, thank you. You're not leaving without my coat. I was so pissed off. I actually went around to the driver's side and grabbed the guy by his head and started trying to reef him out of the car. I don't condone violence, okay? But I get a little crazy when I'm drinking and people are disrespecting me and you're trying to steal from me. You're trying to leave 2 girls here in the middle of the night when you promised to drive us home. I had just had it at this point. Of course, this guy's just freaking out. You fucking bitch. You broke my window. And I'm just like, yeah, we're going to drive away with my fucking coat. What did you expect me to do? Like, I had no remorse. I did not give 2 fucks. And I didn't even realize I felt no pain. My cousin all of a sudden's like, Michelle, you're bleeding. I look down and my leg is pouring blood. Blood running down my leg into my shoe. I still have the scar. So at this point, I let go of him because I see that my leg is bleeding and it gives him a chance to whip the door closed and take off. I am thankful and lucky that I didn't get hurt and he didn't call the police on me. But when you're drinking and stuff, you just don't think rationally. And it's yet another reason why I am not doing those type of things anymore. I don't drink and I don't go to clubs. Now you would think that was a crazy enough night and that we would just leave it at that. And that would be the end of the story. But nope, that was not the end of the night. We still had to walk home. So we start walking. We have an hour-long walk. Our feet are killing us. My cousin takes off her heels. She's willing to walk in her bare feet. I'm not. I'm too nervous that I'm going to get glass or stones or something stuck in my feet. So I'm hobbling along. People are driving by, hooting and hollering, yelling shit out their cars. People are walking here and there in their costumes, whether they're leaving parties, clubs, who knows. And then all of a sudden I hear, Happy Halloween. And I'm looking around and my cousin's like, did you hear that? And then we hear it again. Happy Halloween. It sounded like eerie, but not totally creepy, but weird. It was coming from the wooded area. We were passing over this bridge and there was a body of water and lots of trees. It was very dark, very woodsy, and not somewhere you really want to be walking by at nighttime. We look over where the trees are and there's a guy flashing his flashlight down towards his dick with his dick held in a hot dog bun. Happy Halloween! I can't make this shit up, okay? Like, can you believe it? It gave us a kind of a bit of a laugh, but at the same time it's like, if we were alone, who knows what might have happened? Like, people are crazy. What are you doing naked in the woods holding your dick in a hot dog bun, okay? Really. So we did end up getting home safe. That was the end of that night. And honestly, my cousin and I, we didn't do a lot more adventures of going to clubs and stuff after that. Too many bad things end up happening when I go out with her, and these people that she associates with that she always says we can trust and always turn out to be horrible people. So yeah, that's my story time of my crazy Halloween night. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me, and until the next time,